Hello everyone, my name's Tony. I go by Random Dude on the internet. We're back. I've redone the whole dungeon. And I turned off the trials because I just could not stand people constantly regenerating armor or barrier. It was very annoying. So the trials are off because I think that they were causing it. We're still on hard though. I came back after every piece of the mission and kept the health bar at like 75% throughout. We still lost all the regular Templars for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. I think that might be scripted to happen. And so I'm going to talk to Cerberus, and hopefully this time he will stay alive.
Right. Keep them off us! We'll break this beast!
We already saw this.
Red Templars, coming through the barrier.
Yep. Yeah, this feels a lot better to play. So, those crowds up like major ass. Alright, good. Survived. There's a lot of loot here. I should at least attempt to pick it up. Oh, man. Let's see. We already have a better amulet of magic, so I think this one can go away. I at least want the research items. Those give us influence. And also damage bonuses. So yeah, I guess Cerberus' survival is tied to how high you keep the Great Hall health while you're out and about. Or are you guys just sitting down? Shouldn't you be kneeling? Giving some kind of power prayer to me? Oh, that doesn't look good. There's just a bunch of red lyrium down there? That seems real evil. Divine Rosamond. Now here's an interesting story. Rosamond was the youngest divine ever crowned. She was born to the noble Montbelliard family and groomed for the rank of divine by her predecessor, Divine Hortensia II. Sebastian Bale was not kidding when he said that there were 6 Hortensias. Records of Rosamund describe her as a radiant beauty. She captured the hearts and imaginations of the Orlesian public almost immediately. Not long after she was crowned divine, erotic art and literature began circulating, featuring her amongst the noble Orlesians. They were entirely fictional. She had led a life that was beyond reproach, but it seemed that her purity only seemed to fan the flames of creativity in her followers. To them, reality was a meddlesome creature to be punted off the nearest cliff, and they showed no restraint portraying the divine in the midst of activities both forbidden and often physically impossible. Several pages of pamphlets containing a story about Rosamund still exist in the private collection of a certain gentlewoman who will remain unnamed. One page describes in painful detail Rosamund's perfumed sanctuary. The rest are dedicated to portraying the most holy at her daily exaltations before she's joined and worshipped by her devoted Templars. Wowee. Oh, hello, chest. Shrine of Offering.
So much of you. But you are selfish with your glory. Now I'm no one.
I hate it. It's gross. It looks
Dark
like the thing
and
from
desperate.
Labyrinth.
Death to make yourself alive. I used to be like you.
Not Labyrinth.
I'm not anymore. You
the
shouldn't
Spanish
be
movie
either.
with Guillermo del Toro. That was Labyrinth, wasn't it? No, Labyrinth was the David Bowie movie. What am I doing?
It's trying to hide.
Silence!
Oh, that's a big guy.
What could you gain from being me? Everything! All of you!
I wish there was some kind of mechanic to like destroy the red lyrium here.
The Elder One promised you to me. Now no one will have you.
Kind of looks more like you're about to die. You're gonna be paralyzed. What? No cutscene? Really? No tearing him apart with magic? Got a dual blade dagger. It's a rogue weapon. That looks cool as hell. That can't be it if there's not a cutscene to destroy it. Hey, my staff is purple instead of blue now.
The demon is dead. Andraste be praised. She shielded you from its touch. We've numbers across Thedas, but we let this happen. Our officers either failed to see it, or were complicit. The Templars are ready to hear what the Inquisition needs of us.
We need true Templars.
There was corruption here. But also I see valor and honor in each of you who stood fast. Rise tall again. Help the Inquisition seal the breach before it swallows us all.
I mean,
speak
this is like the
truths we
perfect
should
time to
never have
rebuild the
ignored.
Templar Order the way it should be.
But the Order is leaderless, gutted by betrayal. We must rebuild it.
Convince them to disband and become part of the Inquisition. Or join us as free allies. Yeah, yield and service.
There's no time. If the old order is too broken to stand, then become knights under the Inquisition. Serve us, stop the breach, and begin again without stain on your honor. That is our offer.
If it is the only way, Templars, will we serve the Inquisition to atone for our failure? So be it. The Order will disband and take up the Inquisition's banner. We'll need weapons, training grounds, a place
That's
to
the most
rest.
mage freedom I think we could get.
The Inquisition must prepare for our
under
arrival.
the Templar route.
We'll be ready for anyone willing to throw their hat in with us.
Envy demons are parts arrogance and cowardice. They isolate their victims to study them. And I didn't get a chance to read it.
What you found in the captain's quarters means the officers willingly blighted half their knights with red lyrium.
Even before some of them realized the Lord Seeker was replaced by a demon.
Even so, disbanding the Order should have been the Inquisition's decision, not yours alone.
Not now, they need lyrium.
We still need to prepare for them. I have contacts in the lyrium trade. Regular lyrium.
If you'd be so kind as to put me in touch with them, I'll secure funding. How many Templars are expected?
A few dozen veterans are coming ahead of the rest to help seal the breach.
How soon until these veterans arrive?
They're almost here. Templars don't like to be late.
Make
Wait!
I came with you to help. I would have told you before, but you were
Oh, it's
busy.
back to being blue again. It's alright, be calm.
That's fine, Cole. You just startled us, appearing out of thin air.
I wasn't air. I was here. You didn't see me. Most people don't until I let them.
Call the guards. This creature is not what you...
A moment, please, Cassandra. I would like to hear why he came.
You help people. You made them safe when they would have died. I want to do that. I can help.
What kind of help?
Why and how would you help the Inquisition?
The hole in the sky is too loud for spirits to think. It's pulling, pushing out pain. I want to stop it.
How altruistic of you.
I want to help. I can be hard to see. I can kill things that would hurt people. I won't get in the way.
He can stay.
Cole saved my life in Theronfall. I couldn't have defeated Envy without him.
But what does he want now?
I think he really is trying to help.
I won't be in the way. Tiny, no trouble. No notice taken unless you want them to.
You're not honestly suggesting we give him run of the camp.
Not freely, perhaps, but it seems a waste to... Hold on.
Where did he go?
He does that.
It's a good trick. You get used to it.
We must see if he can teach it to anyone else. I'll have people watch the boy. But let's not be distracted from the breach.
We'll need your help when the Templar veterans arrive. Take time to prepare while you can.
Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save here. And then I'm gonna go back and delete everything until I guess like right there, right? I'm just trying to be real careful. Alright, so this is our... Let me write that down so I don't forget it. 1747 is Templars. And let's do the Mage questline now. I remember really liking the Mage questline. I think a lot of people didn't because it's a little zany, but I thought it was fun. Okay, so we got Solus, Cassandra, and Varric here with us.
We all did.
Did I do everything? I think I did. Do we have everyone? Oh, there's no way for me to really look. Ah, okay, so Solus has the cold staff. I've got the fire staff. Alright, here goes.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. What has brought you to Redcliffe?
You invited me here.
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Then who did I meet?
If it wasn't you who invited me here, who was it?
I don't know. Now that you say it, I feel strange. Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
That's absolutely crazy.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
You have made a huge mistake.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes?
So you
the
just look like
one
a
from
scumbag.
the Fade? Interesting.
Where's the Arl?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Al Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What
I don't want you to
specifically
hear me chew
do
it.
you wish to know?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights.
Jeez.
As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our Legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
I don't want the help of Tevinter
Well, when you're
Magisters.
fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Oh, shit.
Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I thought he got stabbed in the back.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Ooh, very mysterious.
It's worth investigating.
We'll be careful. But we need to figure out what's going on here.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
This village has a history with mages, doesn't it? Do you know the details?
During the last blight, the Jarl of Redcliffe became ill. Not even the efforts of the Circle could save him. His young son, who was an undiscovered mage, made a deal with a demon to keep the Jarl from death. The boy became an abomination. Through him, each night, the demon raised armies of corpses to assault the village. The hero of Ferelden defeated the demon and stopped the undead hordes from destroying Redcliffe.
How long had Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Jarl was sent away.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become.
Are you a Tranquil?
He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
You're one of the Tranquil?
Yes, my talent for magic was
I can just
insufficient
barely make
to
out the
protect
mark.
me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not?
I am.
I am an alchemist. You must require potions.
If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Yeah, join us.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
So I think you get Cerberus as an agent if he survives. That feels like the implication of him dying versus living. What's this? Is it above us? It's above us. Hello, who are you?
Inquisition, huh? I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner.
I mean, we got here as soon as we
These
could.
Tevincers make my shoulder blades itch.
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with Magisters.
Who are you?
Name's Talwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hosberg. Lived my whole life there. Since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day. Quality education, a roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
If you are happy in the Circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote saw to that. The majority wanted to dissolve the Circles. The rest of us went with them or were cut loose. I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
You get yourself around, don't you, Bard? Cheese. Move, please.
It's just what I heard.
Oh, Fiona. No, you're Linnea.
We don't need your kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars
I
by
turned
another
my back
name.
on you.
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition?
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is.
It's not
just
really
because
lies,
they're
like we've
ruled
seen
by
it
mages.
time and time
No
again.
one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free.
Did you not hear about the Tevinters trying to enslave elves in the...
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars.
Well,
In
one's
Tevinter,
free
the
will and
mages
the
police
other's
themselves. It works.
war.
Who are you?
Linnea. Just Linnea. Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
I'm here because I believe mages deserve their freedom.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
People like to use that line. I'm the Empress of Orlais. Oh wait, what is that? Some kind of statue? No, it's an iguana on a stick. It's an iguana on a stick. Is that a Fallout reference? That'd be funny if it is. The annulment at Daresmid. We learned about that, I think, in Dragon Age 2. Something about Ravane and the Alsmet. Merchant hammer jewelry on his head. Anain. keys. Wait, so move, Solus. Solus, get out of my way. So,
Well, let me know if you
is
find
it just the door I'm supposed to go out of? I do like that the codexes make their way onto the loading screen. That's nice. Can't turn down good elf fruit. Especially when it's all bunched up like that. Beard Mother
They
Eglin
say
Sign.
Andraste sent you to save the world. If it'll help save lives and bring peace, I'll be the first to believe.
I'll do my best.
I'm trying. I hope I don't disappoint.
I hope so too.
Are you working for the Mage Rebellion?
Mages are children of the Maker, no less than the rest of us. They struggle no less with questions of faith.
Does that mean you support their freedom?
Given a choice between the Circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety. But the pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think they should have a chance to prove they deserve freedom.
I don't see any other priests in the village. Where is everybody?
The Magister had the others escorted out for their own safety, but I refused. He can throw me out if he wants. Until then, I tend to my flock.
What are your feelings on the mages working with Tevinter?
The Imperium burned Andraste. Since then, we have led 4 exalted marches against them. Yet in all those marches, they still acknowledged the Maker. Now I speak of him and the Magisters laugh. Something has happened, and I dread to learn what.
I will leave you to your duties.
Maker speed you, my child.
There's a sack up there. Alright, into the chantry we go.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Kind of look like envy demons. Solus, I didn't give you Dispel, did I? No.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer. Not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the Mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
To get here before me.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died?
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
This feels like a much higher stakes threat than Templars.
I'd like more proof than magical time control. Go with it.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
And you're telling me this because...
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
And we stop him how?
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
I mean, that's true, but that was really ominous how you said that.
Do we believe that both Alexius's son and apprentice are turning on him? It seems somewhat...
Make us speed you, my child.
Oh, Solus, why did you get your dialogue cut off? Hello, who are you?
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
I want this war to end without sending you back to the Circle.
There has to be a way, right? We're not what they think. All blood mages and abominations. We just want to be normal. Have families. Use our magic to help grow crops or something. We never wanted war. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
Sometimes to achieve the world one desires, one must take regrettable measures.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the Conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision?
I was there when we voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
Yeah, I agree. It is very strange. Seems out of character.
Good day.
Good day. Would...
Just wanna empty a few things out. So now we have to go back to Haven to do a war table mission. So I think my reasoning for going with the mages is, like, it's got a couple points to it. So first of all, I don't see Templars being able to successfully do that. I don't. Sure, they can nullify magic, but that's on a grand scale.
More healing drafts for you, revered mother.
Cedric should have that for you soon.
Please tell me if you find something.
The mages have been oppressed for a really long time in Thedas, so I do think that they deserve a chance to prove that they can do, can be free without issue.
Master Dennett's horses are a fine addition to our stables. I will see they are well tended.
Let's see what we have.
We just did Champions of the Just, so let's try and Hushed Whispers. Kindly invited Llewellyn alone to the castle. It's an obvious trap, but Liliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle to remove the Venatori threat while Alexius' attention is diverted. It's a dangerous game, but it's our best chance.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
He's made his move.
So we've heard from Magister Alexius. I expected as much.
And yet some of us want to sit and do nothing.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there,
the hero
you'll
of
die.
Ferelden marched up
We'll
there
lose
and
the
took
only
it
means we have of
with
closing
4
these
people.
rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet
Granted,
Alexius,
that was against
we lose the
undead rather
mages
than
and
trained
leave a
magisters.
hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister
has outplayed us.
There must be a way.
We can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a
I don't
solution.
know if I like her green. Like in some scenes, in some lighting, the green lipstick or lip balm is nice, but in some it's not. Contact the Arl.
Where's the Arl of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunrim to petition the Crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused on Llewellyn, we break the Magister's defenses. It could work, but it's a huge risk.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
No, I'll absolutely do it. So we have to take Dorian. We should probably take a rogue. And in case there's stuff to break down, we should probably take a tank as well. But honestly, I really want to know what Solus thinks about this time magic stuff. So we're just gonna have a bunch of mages here, and we're gonna hope for the best. We're just gonna have to hope for the best. Oh, goodness.
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Mistress Llewellyn and no one else. You lot wait here.
They go where I go.
Where I go, they go.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Perhaps we should include her.
If the Grand Enchanter wants to be a part of these talks, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
My knee jerk is to say nothing. And so I think that's what we're gonna go with.
Nothing at all. I'm just going to take the mages and leave.
And how do you imagine you'll accomplish such a feat?
She knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
He's concerned about you.
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief. Do you think you can turn my son against me?
You did that yourself.
You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control.
And what do you mean, stolen?
You're nothing but a mistake.
Yeah, what is it?
If you know so much, enlighten me. Tell me what this mark on my hand is for.
It belongs to your betters. You wouldn't even begin to understand its purpose.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Who's this Elder One?
That's who you serve. The one who killed the Divine. Is he a mage?
Soon, he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Beautiful.
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Kinda looks like your Venatori are all dead, dude.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
I don't know, man. Why am I not? My controls feel delayed. Oh my gosh. No. Yeah, 'cause you don't have any abilities, dude.
Help Dorian!
I would love to, but
Displacement. Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
How far?
Did we go forward in time or back? And how far?
Those are excellent questions. We'll have to find out, won't we? Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
What was supposed to happen?
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If
That's
that happened,
intense.
you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready.
Well, I mean, you
counted
mean
it.
your surprise.
The
You're the
magic
one that
went
kinda knocked
wild,
the magic
and
out
here
of his
we
hand.
are. Makes sense?
Not really.
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
Any others?
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
And what if we can't get back?
And what happens if we can't get back?
Then we get comfortable in our new present.
I don't know, this present looks kind of intense. Alright. So if Vivienne is fire, Solus is cold, then we gotta make Dorian storm. That's a Critical Role reference. 2, 3, da, 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 da. Seems good. And I'm also going to give him barrier upgraded. You should take a potion. Oh, also, Dorian. You should wear... What am I wearing as a hat? And then your staff. I guess you can use that. Hear the singing of the lyrium. Hello, who are you?
Andraste blessed me,
Oh, you're that young
blessed
elf.
me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins.
Oh, you poor thing.
Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
Lysis? Hello? Do you remember me?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me.
Now I want to go the other way. that's where we're supposed to go. Oh, it just leads the same way. Okay. So it feels like that's where we're supposed to go. Oh, jeez.
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
Is that red lyrium growing from your body? How?
The longer you're near it, eventually you become this. Then they mine your corpse for more.
Ugh.
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mir. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
We have to get out of here. Go back in time.
Please, stop this from happening. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
I will do all I can.
I promise. I will do everything in my power to set things right.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
If red lyrium is an infection, Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
I hear the humming. Oh shit, Varric.
Andraste, sacred knickers. You're alive. Where were you? How did you escape?
We didn't escape. Alexius sent us into the future.
Everything that happens to you is weird.
What happened to you?
You don't look so good, Varric. What happened?
Bite your tongue. I look damn good for a dead man.
You're no more dead than we are.
The not dying version of this red lyrium stuff? Way worse. Just saying.
We get to Alexius, and I just might be able to send us back to our own time. Simple, really.
That may not be as easy as you think. Alexius is just a servant. His Elder One assassinated the Empress and led a demon army in a huge invasion of the South. The Elder One rules everything. What's left of it, anyway. Alexius is really not the one you need to worry about.
We'll put things right.
I promise you, Varric. We'll make sure none of this happens.
I'm pretty sure you're crazy. Or I'm crazy. Either way, it's a nice thought. You want to take on Alexius? I'm in. Let's go.
We gotta find Solus too. Do I have to go back this way to find him? Was he over here and I just missed it? there's still a marker down there. I mean, it's on that side.
Is someone there?
Yep.
You're alive. We saw you die. The spell Alexius cast displaced us in time. We just got here, so to speak.
Can you reverse the process? You could return and obviate the events of the last year. It may not be too late.
We're going back.
Dorian thinks we can go back to our own time if we find Alexius.
That makes sense. He sent you. He would be the key. This world is an abomination. It must never come to pass. We'll have to go up. I've heard the guards saying that Alexius barricaded himself in the throne room.
Maybe we gotta find Liliana first. Nothing down here.
Do something constructive for a change.
We may not have much time. Let's find the Magister quickly.
Take a look around. See if there's anything we can use.
Solus, let me get you to do that. I'll take the last one. We'll heal up at the supply cache. Pray to the new god, praise his name, blah blah blah, praise his name. He walks in the golden city. Alright, what's in here? Bunch of skeletons. It's not morbid at all. Nothing screams we're the bad guys like skeletons laying around for no reason. Card's journal. Alexius asked for a patrol of the walls. Inquisition ground themselves to a pult against the walls ages ago. Fraudin made 3 attempts to lay siege here before the last life got crushed out of them. Who's left out there to threaten us? Barbarians? They seem to expect us to siege. He's gone mad. Don't have enough people for blood sacrifices. Unbound demons emptied the castle, village, and surrounding countryside of everyone who's not sleeping in their armor. Now it's just wild demons everywhere. Oh, shit. That's a Templar. So I like this a lot, this mission, because it shows you, you know, what happens if if Llewellyn had never been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, like, the Inquisition still gets formed, it just gets royally fucked. I don't think there's anyone in the cages. Do have some dead bodies. That looks really unpleasant. Like a brain extraction of some kind.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Oh!
The Elder One does not suffer rivals of any kind.
That's someone from the Chantry. Oh, that's the revered mother from outside. Leader of souls. It's a dagger.
Tell me how Llewellyn knew of the sacrifice at the temple.
Never.
Okay, so
There's
Llewellyn
no
was
use
still at the
to
temple
this
in
defiance,
this world.
little bird.
It's just that the Inquisitor was gone for a year.
Protect.
You're wait.
You will.
Jeez, Liliana, how did a year age you that badly?
Or you will.
Hell yeah, girl.
You're alive.
It'll be alright.
You're safe now.
Forget safe. If you came back from the dead, you need to do better than safe. You need to end this. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
And she's just ready to go.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist.
But it's very
I
real
suffered.
for her.
The whole world suffered. It was real.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
What is that? Oh, it's like a dope-ass sword. I want it. We go this way, I believe. So when I did the Champions of the Just, I did go back also and get all the demon secrets.
I'm sure
so
he'll be in the
you get
nicer
all
part of the
stat
castle,
boosts from it.
if there is one.
But I don't know if you get those from. I don't know if you get them from this as well. I don't think I give any of you the spell. Nope. But also, I just feel like this is a more compelling story so far. Like, yeah, it fits very much that. I don't even really think it fits. Like, how would the Lord Seeker attract the attention of an envy demon? Not only that, but not beat an envy demon like the Inquisitor does. I guess you're not the Inquisitor yet, like Llewellyn does.
The Magister needs more power.
Like,
for
surely
his
the Lord
rituals.
Seeker has so much experience in fighting demons that he'd have to.
Come forth and serve.
Oh, jeez. That was Linnea and someone else. I didn't get a chance to see who it was.
This is madness. Alexius can't have wanted this.
I mean, it's what happened. I don't really need to heal anyone, I don't think. So we're good for now. We might come back to that cache.
The breach! It's
everywhere.
Shit.
Used to be, it was only dwarves who were afraid of the sky. Now, just good sense.
This one's closest to us. Yo! Stop hitting me! Operation. Let's go back and get that cache real quick. That way we can be refreshed here. I think it was Solus that needed the healing. Let's come back and grab this real quick. That's intense. like there's anything over there either.
I am not a child. I can resist you. No!
Why did he do that? We could have helped him.
We will help him by making sure this never happens. He resisted that demon to the last.
That was Connor, by the way, if you weren't able to tell. With every failed time spell, the Magister grows a bit more paranoid, or perhaps it's not paranoia, since the Elder One really will kill him for his failures. The distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 20th, he had foot soldiers excavate a shard doorway from parts unknown and painstakingly install it in the castle. Now his most trusted assistants can only see him if we all go at once, together, which we must do twice a day to bring him his meals, as he never leaves that room at all.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
There's a supply cache there, but I don't know if we need it just yet. Press on a little bit and come back if we have to. Where are we fighting those? This is uncontrolled Venatori. You would get fire damage. Fire and lightning? That's silly. Well, I can't do fire damage. I can't do lightning damage. So unless they're gonna need you to do cold damage against this wizard. Fight the demons. Yo, chill the hell out. So I'm going to control you. So that way we can destroy these wizards. And if they're immune to you, then I don't know what else to do. that they would prioritize enemies that they're like strong against. Well, I would like to loot that.
You've got to love what Alexius has done with the place.
What's in here? A stairway that goes up and a supply cache. This feels like that's where we're supposed to go. Oh, no, it's not. That's where we're supposed to go. Okay. Oh, there's another supply cache right here. Well, what's up here?
Try to take out that enchanter quickly.
So let's do. No, stay away from me. Stay away. God, I just used the potion.
Go for some light reading.
I thought I saw something over here.
What happened here?
Venatori decorating at its finest.
They haven't noticed us yet. Good opportunity to look for higher ground.
Get that enchanter!
Not having a warrior to dispel all this is tough. level 11.
Disgusting.
Don't tell me that my trials are still on. They are. I turned you off. Okay. Let's try again.
They haven't noticed
I
us
agree.
yet.
High ground.
Good
would be a
opportunity
idea.
to look for higher ground.
Especially because we're all mages, baby.
Get that enchanter! Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
What are you doing?
What in
Eating
Andraste's
skulls?
name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
Is this where we wanted to go? There's another door right here. Is it just on the other side? Oh, goodness. Thank you. Eric, open this. Once we finish with inventory's full. That's not good. Ah, I see. So that just goes from there to there. Barrick, come back. Barrick, come back. You can blame it all on me. You don't have anyone capable of bashing that in. Oh, hello. We gotta find red lyrium shards around here. I don't think we have any. Buried to any of your abilities. Break walls. I don't think they do. No. Solus, no. Orion. Also no. Oh, well. Studies on the blight. Injection of blight to prisoners yields no discernible pattern. Disease progresses erratically. Some subjects die within hours. Others no symptoms at all. 6 more subjects died. Transfusion from resistant blood. Transfusions of blood from resistant prisoners slow the rate of corruption only slightly. Healthy flesh taken from life subjects infected will often die before corruption even spreads to it. In cases where implantation is successful, blight corruption spreads across donor flesh faster than most flesh. Host flesh. Prisoner Liliana has been the most useful source of resistant blood to date. That's kinda fucked. Oh, you've been taking damage from this whole time? Okay, well, we gotta go looking around for these red lyrium pendants now. Move, Eric. I hate these companions sometimes because they just get in the way. Yikes. Masterwork Waveblade.
How much damage did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Wasn't this one a mage? Yep. And it looks like it's telling me... Looks like it wants me to go back this way.
Are they praying? Let's try to take them by surprise.
Keep them off the stairs!
The Venatori severance package stinks.
That's 4 out of 5. Was there another one in here that we forgot to loot, maybe? We can destroy the Bianca stuff because we've already upgraded Bianca a fair bit. I think that leads to Alexius, so we don't quite want to go there yet. We gotta find this 5th shard. It's probably on someone I've already killed. Hang on a moment, I'll be back. Unless I forget to cut this out, in which case, sorry about that. Oh, right there, cool. I don't
Let's
need
head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that I needed to do that. I thought it was going to be a cool little side quest thing. Because like in Champions of the Just, if you activate the secrets, you get ability score points. I guess here you don't. They had to balance out the coolness of it somehow. Yeah, I think for this, we're confused. Why is he here alone?
No Venatori this time, Alexius? Where is the trap? Your guards?
There's no longer any point. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
The end?
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now, of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Yeah, Liliana, that's too much.
Liliana, let Felix go. He's innocent.
No one is innocent.
No!
I mean, I get it. I get why Liliana has upset. It's beyond upset, right?
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
We can still help him.
This Alexius was too far gone. But the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible! You must go now! The Elder One.
You cannot stay here. We'll hold the outer door. When they get past us, it'll be your turn.
I'm not gonna let you die.
No! I won't let you commit suicide.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
That's heartbreaking.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die! You'll have to do better than that.
Yeah, it's over, dude.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe, and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Why does my hair look like that? Not my hair, but just hair in general. I have settings turned up to high. Is that just how Inquisition's hair looked? It was almost 10 years ago.
I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Mage's sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora, I assure you, we never
finally got a haircut.
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
We offer you protection.
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
They have lost all possible supporters. The Inquisition is their only remaining chance for freedom.
I've known a lot of mages. They can be loyal friends if you let them. Friends who make bad decisions, but still loyal.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
You are our allies. Full on.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
A generous offer. But will the rest of the Inquisition honor it?
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a generous
Sandra
offer.
hates it, Iron Bull hates
I
it,
doubt
Blackwell
you're going
likes
to
it,
get
Sarah
a better one
hates
from
it.
us.
Vivian probably hates it. Vivian doesn't have an opinion, apparently.
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
They deserve freedom.
We're not monsters. We can control ourselves without any outside help.
This is not an issue of self-control. Even the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these.
Enough arguing. None of us were there. We cannot afford to second-guess our people. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
For now. We'll need lyrium.
Closing the breach will require a lot of magic, and that means lyrium. I have contacts who can help.
Contacts meaning smugglers? Send them word. We need every advantage.
We have legitimate lyrium supply lines already.
And they don't need to hear of this.
Keep it under the table, and I'll do what I can to quiet rumors.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
I'd be honored.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
I'm glad you're staying.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Maker willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
So before we do all that, I'll talk to Vivienne and see what she thinks about this.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents.
That it will be, then it will
Some
be.
of the rank and file need to be trained.
I won't deny that having magic nullification is useful.
The last thing we need are abominations running amok.
I knew you would have a proper grasp of the situation. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not so much an opinion as grasping the obvious. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
The Dalish don't have Templars.
The Dalish get along just fine without Templars or Circle Towers.
As I understand it, the elves limit their risk by refusing to have more than 3 mages in a clan. Tell me, what becomes of the Dalish youngster who is not appointed first or second?
They are sent to other clans.
If a clan can't raise the mage, they're sent to another that's in need of a first or second.
And if there are no clans in need of a new apprentice? For those who value survival, sentimentality is not an option. Tell me something. You said once that you wanted to change things. What future would you build for mages?
Mages in the Chantry would be a good start.
Mages shouldn't be kept out of the Chantry. Who knows the dangers of magic better than a mage?
A curious idea. Such twists and turns your mind takes. It's something to consider, my dear.
Mages. Lovely.
They should have this breach signal.
Tell Adon to stop bothering.
Well as anyone else's.
Everybody needs everything. There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Do you have to kill him?
Wait, what are you doing?
He betrayed us. He murdered my agent.
And you'd kill him, just like that?
You find fault with my decision?
I don't think killing is the answer there.
We can't solve our problems with murder.
And what would you suggest? Leave him be. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
Ideals are crucial in a time
Now
like this.
is precisely the time for ideals.
You feel very strongly about this. Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
I was going to talk to you about the future that we saw.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Why do you care about mages?
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was very noble.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did? What of it?
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
Was there something more than friendship between you?
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical. I was devoted to her, therefore it must be romantic. Love is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
Dorothy is the one from the beginning of Liliana's song who drops the key in into her cell and then takes her under her wing. We got a lot of upgrades here that we can get. Missing mana, spells do more damage, or when you're in combat, stuff strikes out at people. It's not a bad ability.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
They are here to help us.
These mages are here to aid the Inquisition. Don't worry.
Sure, don't worry. Magic up there, magic down here. What's to worry about? I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
Carry on.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Listen, I'm not saying that the Chantry doesn't do good work, but there's more to life than singing.
Okay, talk to Dorian and Solus.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel?
Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian seems pretty certain.
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
Thank you for the conversation.
Most people have trouble wrapping their heads around the idea.
I'm not most people.
I appreciate you talking with me about it. And not being most people.
If you wish me to speak of Orlesian fashion, I may be at a loss. Magical surprises I can handle. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Dorian, talk to us.
The Inquisition
about
supports
stuff.
free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
It had to be done.
There was no other choice.
Oh, there were definitely other choices. You picked the one that'll shock the children. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
I doubt this.
I don't believe that.
It's true. The conditions here are different. Southern mages aren't used to ruling. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond
and that you
yes.
saved my life by traveling in
And
time
beyond
with
my
me.
being so charming and
I
well-dressed.
don't know if I'd say you're
Which is
well-dressed.
obvious to anyone.
If you say so.
You certainly think highly of yourself.
It's true. I could be more modest, but I'd be lying. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Your family's angry with you?
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
And you seem to not like Tevinter very much.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
But why?
It just seems so much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care. Deeply. About everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
And when I go
Why
back?
remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters, I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some Magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
And the Imperium.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. It's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
If we don't see flying cows in Veilguard, we riot. Is blood magic common?
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all?
That's what any Magister would tell you.
Okay.
They'd be convincingly offended by the notion, too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are two different things.
How so?
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. And most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
And slavery?
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And? Did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
That is a terrible attitude.
That's it? You don't question it?
In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
At least they're free. They don't have slavery forced on them.
You think people choose to be poor and oppressed? I doubt it. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
You don't really hear about anyone from Tevinter trying to quell those rumors, though.
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
Strange? Why are you less qualified to rule than some tart with a fancy crown? Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That Magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soparati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens.
Until
Even
it
so,
does. I'm
he
sure
gets
that it
to
will.
appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, the potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
Is that a bad thing?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing?
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
We know that they have a chantry. I don't care for them as allies, so...
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
I don't know about that. We'll see when the time comes, I suppose. Still don't have any Dawn Lotus. Or Black Lotus. Healing Mist. We have real elk fruit, but not enough Dawn Lotus. We down one Spindleweed. What about the regen potion? Oh, I already looked at that. What am I even doing? Could upgrade bees.
Flitter sent me over to see if you need any.
Can we level everyone else up? No. Some people. Well, that's just a level 11, too. Burning or immobilize. Let's get the immobilize one. That's everyone. I think we're gonna finish talking to people then. Probably college. They have volleyball.
You can't be happy giving up your whole life for the Maker.
And I don't want to start the next section without a.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming.
I don't want to
One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for Red Lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We need to eliminate it.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority.
I agree.
But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Have a party.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet? Something like a banquet?
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
What was that? Oh, the ladder. Anybody else out here to talk to? Blackwall, Cassandra Cullen.
Tell Mother Giselle that as much as I can.
Cullen.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. Do you have a problem with me as well?
Of course not. I have no intention of endangering your alliance, but I must ensure the safety of those here. That concern extends to the mages. They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you. Any precautions taken are meant to aid you, nothing more. I hope you will accept them as such.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
I should let you get back to work.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance.
Relax. You're
and
here.
some
You made it.
respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
I feel like that angle was not where it was intended to be.
It never ends. Evidently.
That's the truth.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I did my best.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision
Then why
when
did you
it needed
disapprove
to
of
be
it?
made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You got us here.
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up to the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say
I'm
how
noticing a
successful I
self-doubt
was.
theme with Cassandra.
Thievery is was in Lisette.
Word is
We
that the
cannot stay
mages
here.
will be joining us here in Haven. I hope you've chosen your allies wisely, Herald.
I think so. We already asked you this.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Is Fiona not here? Sandra, Iron Bull, Blackwall. No, I guess not. Iron Bull, tell me your thoughts.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Seems like it. Yeah, Tevinter magic goes too far.
I've got no problem with normal magic. Tevinter goes beyond all reason.
I know, right? The Vints are always pushing. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Good day to you.
Blackwall.
Please send Visser our thanks for the refreshments.
I've been meaning to thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
It was a good cause.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman. Principled. I've great admiration for you, and I've never been more certain in my decision to join you.
We will do better.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
I won't be able to craft new items. Come here, you. Cooldown amulet. Huh. Are all those runes armor runes, or is it, or do I have a weapon rune? No.
You need something? Let me know.
Oh, that's right. I want to give Varric more poison.
That'll do.
And I want to give Varric better armor. Not Varric. Solus. Better armor. I mean, it matches his hat. More health is good. light blue, dark blue. I like the dark blue better. Probably should make a boat for Sarah. Got stuff. Blackwall, you've got weapons and a shield already. Vivienne. You're doing fire damage. For now. I actually do like that on you. But your coat matches better. We could see if we can upgrade her armor. Need arms and legs.
You need something? Let me...
Just give her a big heal bonus. Yeah, let's do that. And the legs. Sure, why not?
Right.
Vivienne. Oh, it doesn't match now, though. Oh, I kind of like that, actually.
Should serve you well.
Alright. Well, I think we just have to talk to Josephine now. And then we'll have talked to everyone to wrap this up.
That mercenary band that joined the Inquisition. The Wolf Chargers?
Never.
He showed me some tricks. Got a demon claw wound to stop festering faster than I'd ever seen.
I've heard good things about the Chargers. Polite and respectful they are.
Everyone's respectful around us. Never know when they might need...
Speak only the word.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement. The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Mother Child.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages. It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
We will do our best.
We will try.
In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
Let's talk about the people.
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
People elsewhere.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without
I must need to go back to,
more than that, I cannot.
I must go back to talk to Corporal Vale.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than I anticipated. We are becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power, instead of comforting the masses.
Yeah, it's been that way for years.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevara, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted
Rivain
such
had
peace?
such a large Chantry presence. I thought they were kind of separate from it.
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
I can see the importance.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
An ambitious notion.
Planning to steer the history of the world, Ambassador Montilier?
I believe the Inquisition is already charting that course. Which brings me to a question, if you have a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I don't claim to be holy.
I'd tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Yes. Good.
Greetings.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
How much time do I have? Oh, I got a couple minutes. And I'll still start the next quest if I just walk in the room. No, good. Okay. There's a war table thing there. Alright. I don't have my phone on me, and I don't want to.
It has nothing to do with fairness. We simply can't accommodate them if they bring that many servants.
So
I will
I
speak
think
to
we're
the
gonna end it
Duchess.
here.
She
Thank you so
can
much
be
for joining me.
reasoned
Appreciate
with
having you
after a
around.
fashion.
Treat yourself right because you deserve it, and remember that I love you. Bye.